Good Tuesday morning to you guys. So, yesterday, you came up with what you wanted, your intentions of what you want in your life. What are your desires? You input that into your GPS, your God positioning system. You're not going to complain. You're not going to explain, because by complaining and explaining, all you're doing is you're planting seeds of doubt. So you know what you want. And just like an acorn has a oak tree within it, you have those same desires within yourself for greatness. You just have to plant them, just like that acorn. You don't pull it out as you plant. After you plant it in a couple of weeks, you don't pull the seedling out and see if it has roots. You know that there's a tree in there. You know that when you plant the seed, it's going to grow. So there's no need to go back and check. There's no need to doubt. There's no need to question how this is going to happen. Your job is to know your why. Know your why. Don't worry about when, where, or how. Just understand that it's going to happen. Live from the end. Understand what your goal is, where do you want to arrive, and let life take care of itself. So, you're going to live from the end. Know what it is you desire. What is the ending that you're looking for? And work your way backwards. That's what you want? Okay. Just like that acorn is going to be a big, huge oak tree, such as life. You're going to know, you're going to have that oak tree in that acorn. So you work your way back. You work your way back. You know what the outcome is going to be. It's going to come. So your job is not to question how, when, or where. Your job is to know why. What is your why for wanting this? I've used this example plenty of times. If you have a child, son, daughter, mother, father, and they tell you that, well, I got ahead of myself. If I asked you for $50,000, are you in a position to lend me those $50,000? Most of you might say, no, I don't have $50,000 in the bank that I can just, give you, Joe. You're crazy. But if you have a son or daughter, a father or a mother, a loved one, who is going to die within a week if they don't get a certain operation that costs $50,000, you didn't have $50,000 for me. But to save your son's life, your daughter's life, your mom's life, your dad's life, you will come up with $50,000 within a week easily. Easily. Why? Well, very simply, your why was big enough. Your why was big enough, so there was no doubt that you would accomplish that, because your why was huge enough. You're not going to wonder if your son or daughter is going to die. You're not going to wonder, well, when, where, how, that. Your first thing is, why do I need to come up with $50,000? When your why is big enough, nothing else is going to matter. Nothing else is going to matter. So your job is to find your why. Once you find your why, again, you live from the end. What was the last step? What is it that you're looking for? For example, let me give you a little glimpse of an example of what I'm talking about. Where do I want to be, at the end? At the end, I want to have freedom. Money to me is not about money. It's not about dollar signs. It's about freedom. It's about choices. I want the choice to be able to travel if I want. I want the choice to eat whatever it is that I want, not be dictated because I don't have the money. So if I want X amount of dollars to have choices, to have freedoms, then I need to come up with the exact number that I'm looking for, that I want to get every single month, and then work my way backwards. What can I do to get that? I can have a rental property. I can have a second home, invest in a second home. I can choose to invest in stocks. I can have a side gig. I can have my own business. You create multiple streams of income to achieve the goal. But the point here is, where is it that you want to end up, and work your way backwards? And again, just like that acorn that has the oak tree, I know I'm going to get that amount of money per month in my retirement, because I have faith in my Creator that I will get the daily bread, and I have to act on it. And that's key. You don't just sit here and wish and assume that things are going to work out without doing the work. You have to do the work. You have to, first of all, plant it in your mind. And then when you get those thoughts and those nudges, you've got to go out there and act on it. Now, is everything going to work out? No, it's not going to work out. Why? Because sometimes you've got to walk through the fire to learn that this is not the way to go. So you learn, they said Edison, when he failed, kept on failing, failure after failure after failure. There's a quote that says something to that effect. Now I knew, because I failed 10,000 times, I found out the 10,000 ways that won't work. Now that's persistence. That is definitely persistence of doing what you've got to do one more time to see if you hit it. And eventually you will. So I hope somebody gets something out of it, a message that would be positive and that would make a difference. And talk to you when I talk to you. Bye.